Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For anybody new here, my name is Zion and we talk about all things money. Today I'm going to be giving you guys your second stimulus check update for June 6th. So on today's agenda, we're going to talk about how we know that there's going to be a second stimulus check. And we're also going to talk about when we can expect to get it and how big it will be. And we're going to tie that with the June's job reports. And then we're going to finish up by talking about what we know will be inside this stimulus package. So if you're interested in watching this, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see in the next stimulus package, and also let me know how much you think the next stimulus check will be. And go ahead and hit the like button down below and also hit the subscribe button down below. All right guys, let's get to the video. So starting off, I want to talk a bit about how we know that there's going to be another stimulus check. Now, President Trump came out on multiple interviews, one on June 22nd and another one on July 1st, saying that there's going to be another stimulus check. And he even used the words very big and very generous to describe how much the next stimulus check is going to be. Also, White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow came out and said that there's going to be another stimulus check, but that not to expect any sort of federal unemployment benefits to be in the next package. We're going to talk a little bit more about that last statement by him a little bit later. But focusing back on this second stimulus check. So we know that there's going to be another stimulus check inside of the package. Now, when I say we know, of course, we can't know the future, but just given the fact that multiple senators, multiple Republicans, multiple Democrats have come out and said there's going to be another stimulus check, given the fact that inside of the HEROES Act that was passed by the Democrats in the House, there was a provision that included the second stimulus check, we can most likely deduce that there's going to be another stimulus check. And also, there's the election coming up later in the fall, and everyone knows that it's going to be a hot topic on was there another stimulus check. So we know there's going to be another stimulus check inside of the next stimulus package, but when can we expect this next stimulus package? Well, because senators are actually on recess right now till July 17th, we know that there's not going to be another stimulus package or another stimulus check until earliest end of July or early August. And I think that we can shoot for early August as a better estimate. And we know that the IRS has come out and said that they're going to do everything in their power to get these checks out to us a lot faster because the first round was complete chaos. So now that we know there's going to be a second stimulus check and we know roughly the time frame, we want to know how much will the second stimulus check be and why are we taking so long to figure out the second stimulus check? Senator John Thorne came out and said that they know there's going to be another stimulus check, but a lot of the senators are just trying to decide on how much. Now, what he means by this is the Republicans in the Senate know that there's going to be another stimulus package, but they're trying to figure out the state of the overall economy before they figure out how much money to allot in this next stimulus package. And we know that Senator Mitch McConnell has come out and said that there's not going to be any sort of discussions or negotiations about another stimulus package until after recess. Now, I think with the turn of events, given the fact that there's been a lot of rises in cases, we've seen that across Texas, California, and these states are shutting down, and we're seeing these rising overall cases, that potentially we're going to actually get a stimulus package decision a little bit sooner than what Mitch McConnell was originally saying. However, something that's kind of throwing a wrench in the overall stimulus check plans, I guess you could say, is the June's job report. So the June's jobs report was actually better than expected. We actually saw a decrease in the overall unemployment rate to 11.1%. And we saw sectors that added jobs includes retail, leisure, education, manufacturing, hospitality, construction, and wholesale trade. However, there is a really big point to realize here. Even though we added 4.8 million jobs, the number of temporary layoffs decreased by 4.8 million. So it seems as though the number of temporary jobs actually decreased by 4.8 million, and the number of permanent job losses actually increased by 2.9 million. So the concerning factor is we're still seeing an increase in the number of permanent job losses. And these are going to be the sector of people who are going to need help the most. In fact, we saw an increase from 500,000 in June, 500,000 in May to 2.9 million in permanent job losses. That's an exponential growth. Additionally, I think it's important to take into consideration that these numbers are not counting the numerous states who had to close back down due to rising cases, such as in Texas, in Georgia, and California. And as a result, those numbers will not be reflected until the jobs report next month. In fact, a report written by Stephanie Anderson, a vice president and director of economic studies, actually included this in her report. And she also made notice that these numbers are still very, very high. In fact, the Congressional Budget Office came out and said that don't expect to see the unemployment rate drop below 10%, and we're not going to see an unemployment rate drop to even 5% until 2025. So unemployment is going to be a very big issue. Speaking of unemployment, I want to move a bit into what we can expect to be the actual stimulus package. Now, we know that Democrats and Republicans all want their own thing. For example, Democrats are really pushing for state and local government aid for this overall pandemic crisis, and with good reason. A lot of local and state governments are actually stepping up to the part and helping out their constituents, whether that be with rent or mortgage assistance or individual stimulus checks or even EBT food benefits. For example, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Minnesota have all extended their EBT benefits into the summer. Now, in addition to state and local government aid, we also see that Democrats and Republicans both want individual stimulus checks. However, Republicans have a bigger emphasis on overall spending for an improvement in the manufacturing sector and also for aid to small businesses, such as liability protection to small businesses. And there's also this really big question of unemployment benefits, specifically federal unemployment benefits, and what we should do. With the CARES Act, we saw the introduction of federal unemployment benefits of $600 a week. However, that is set to expire on July 29th. So we need to figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to just axe those federal unemployment benefits altogether? Or are we going to do what the Democrats want and extend it all the way to the end? Well, I thought it would be a good idea to recap on all the different proposals, plus explain a new proposal put out by a Republican senator for options that we have for unemployment. So it seems that Democrats really want to extend the unemployment benefits, while Republicans really want to give some sort of re-employment benefits, so an incentive to get back to work. On the Democrat side, we have the HEROES Act, which actually has a provision that states there will be some sort of extension of federal unemployment benefits to the end of the year. And we also have the new bill proposed by Democrat Majority Leader, by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Whining, and it's called the American Workforce Rescue Act. And basically, it's extending the $600 federal unemployment benefits to the end of the year for states that have 11% unemployment rate or higher. And we see a subtle decrease in overall unemployment benefits and overall federal unemployment benefits as a particular state drops below 11%. On the Republican side, we've pretty much seen lots of talks about either shrinking the $600 a week federal unemployment benefits to roughly $250 to $300 a week, but there's not been a specific proposal for that yet. However, we've seen two proposals by Republican senators for overall back-to-work incentives. The first proposal I want to talk about is proposed by Senator Brady. He's proposing this $1,200 go back to work bill. And essentially, if you are on unemployment benefits, but you accept a proposal to go back to work, you get to keep 2 weeks of federal unemployment benefits. So that's a total of $1,200. On the other hand, we have that $450 go back to work proposal by Rob Portman, which basically says that instead of getting an unemployment benefit of $600 from the federal government, you would get to have an additional $450 a week put on in addition to whatever you make at your new job or the job that you go back to. So let me know in the comment section down below, which of these do you prefer? Do you prefer the proposals by the Democrats, either the proposal that was proposed in the HEROES Act or the American Workforce Rescue proposal or the American Workforce Rescue Act? Or do you prefer the proposals by the two Republican senators, the $1,200 go back to work bill or the $450 go back to work bill? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for today, you guys, but go ahead and leave me a comment. go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and hit subscribe because there's gonna be a lot more content like this. All right, guys, till next time, bye.